Welcome everyone. In today's session, we are going to delve into the concept of duty in political science as part of the IGNOU MPS course. And this topic is highly relevant for the PSIR student. That means who took PSIR as optional for civil service exam. So, in this lecture, we will explore the meaning and definition of duty along with the key theories. Key theories such as will theory, interest theory, choice theory and sanction theory. And we will also look at the different perspective like Gandhian, conservative, communitarian, liberal. So by the end of this lecture, you will going to understand all these theories. So let's start. First, the concept of duty lies at the heart of moral, legal and political thoughts. Concept of duty is essential part of political theory. It lies at the heart of moral, legal and political thought. So by definition, what is duty? A duty refers to an obligation to act. What is it? An obligation to act or to refrain from acting in certain ways. Or to refrain from acting in certain ways. So, obligation to act or refrain from acting in certain ways. What determines this is moral principle, social norms, legal rules. So, a duty refers to an obligation to act or refrain from acting in certain ways based on moral principle, social norms or legal rules. While right emphasizes what an individual is entitled to. So, right means what individual deserve, what an individual is entitled to. Duties highlight what one owes to others or to society. What one must do for society. So, duties provide the foundation of moral responsibility and social order. Duties provide the foundation of moral responsibility, and social order. They remind individual that freedom and right are meaningful only when balanced by obligation towards others. So it's an important point. Freedom and rights are meaningful only when balanced by obligation to other. So there are a lot of philosophers who explored the ideas duty. That is Immanuel Kant, John Stuart Mill, Joseph Rawls. So they explored the idea of duty, how duties arise, whether from reason or utility or the need to protect others' well-being. Now, we can classify its duties into moral duties that arising from ethical principle or conscience, etc., honesty, compassion. And there are legal duties enforced by law, such as paying tax, obeying regulation. And social or civic duties grounded in social expectation and collective welfare, that is voting, helping others, etc. Thus, the idea of duties connect individual behavior with the larger moral and social fabric. So, moral duties, legal duties, social or civic duties are the. So, these idea connect individual behavior with the larger social fabric. So, it ensures that personal freedom operates within the framework of responsibility, justice and mutual respect. Now, modern liberal democracies often emphasize individual rights such as the right to speech, property and choice. Critics add that when right becomes the sole focus, people may act selflessly, demanding their entitlement but neglecting that sustained community life. So, modern liberal democracies are right emphasized. So, they are trying to neglect the duty that sustain community life, that we will discuss later. So, right exists within social framework, not in isolation. Every right implies a corresponding duty, isn't it? Every right implies a corresponding duty means. Example, your right to freedom requires other duty to respect. If they are going to interfere with your personal affairs, your right to freedom, here it is getting violated. So your right to freedom requires others' duty to respect it. Society function well only when citizens also perform their moral, civic, social duties. If not, there will be chaos. So when citizens perform their moral, civic, social duties like obeying laws, helping others, protecting environment. Now we will look at the key theories of duties. First one, interest theory of duties. The interest theory of duties explain that duties exist to protect the interest or benefit of others. Duties exist to protect the interest or benefit of others. A duty arises when someone else's important interests depend on it. You are obligated to act only if doing so safeguard another person legally or morally recognized interest, mainly associated with the HLA heart. So it connect the person right exists because others have duties to protect that interest. For example, a teacher has a duty to educate students because they have the right to education, because students are interested in education. The state has a duty to ensure clean water because citizens have a right or interest to health and safety. So this is interest theory. Explained because it says that duties exist to protect the interest or benefit of others. Teacher teach because students have right to education. State has a duty to ensure clean water because citizens have a right to healthy and safety. Now sanction theory of duty. Sanction means punishment related to punishment. A duty exists only when failure to perform it results in a sanction or punishment. Duty means if somebody is threatening you that if you are not going to obey, there will be a punishment. Duty means an obligation backed by threat of punishment. So paying tax, it's a legal duty. If it is failed, it will cause imprisonment. The right exists when there is a corresponding legal duty liable to punishment. Right to freedom, when somebody is unnecessarily interfering in your freedom, then that person might go to jail. Okay, there is a punishment. That's why duties exist. So his duty is to protect, respect your individual freedom. Do not interfere with your personal freedom. So duty means an obligation backed by the threat of punishment. Punishment exists, that's why duty exists. Right exists. Duties may also involve social sanction, not only from state bodies, from non-state bodies also. Legal duties based on a force or coercion. This may lack moral justification. That means we help our others, poor, because of our inner feeling, not the fear of punishment. So if duties are based on force or coercion, it lack moral justification. Without moral or natural basis, the connection between the rights and duties is weak, and the minority group have legal rights, but without the social support or majority support, this became meaningless. So J.S. Mill argued that rights should be protected by society, not merely enforced by law. Society should protect life. Right. True justice requires moral and social support, not just fear of punishment. We need moral and social support. Law alone cannot secure justice if society does not provide moral support to those rights. In Mill's view, a duty is something a person should do because it is. According to Mill, a duty is something a person should do because it is morally right, not because of gain or loss, not from fear of punishment. Duties come from one's own moral reasoning. Helping poor is good. Protecting environment is necessary. It is a civic sense, the inner moral law. It means we should act only by rules that everyone could follow. That is categorical imperative. Before acting, we should ask if everyone did this, society would still be good. So duties are rational choice made through reason. So we should depend our moral reasoning while performing duties, not merely because of the fear of punishment. Now, choice theory. Choice theory that is in relation to the freedom or control of the right holder. A duty exists because another person has the legal power, that means choice to demand or waive it. Another person power of choice. That right holder, he can control whether duties enforced, fulfilled or forgiven. H.L.A. Hart, Immanuel Kant was the main thinkers. So it is about autonomy of individual. That means A lends money to B. A has the right to demand repayment or forgive it. B's duty depends on A choice. So features are focused on autonomy and control of the right holder. Right holder have the power to demand money or waive that debt based on freedom and individual will. Now, Kant view of duties, he is also say that a person help the poor or speak the truth, not out of fear of punishment, but from the sense of moral duty. A person help the poor or speak the truth, not out of fear, but a sense of moral duty. Moral duty, according to Mill, comes from the inner moral obligation, not from external law. We have an inner moral obligation. From that moral duty arises, not from external law, not because of fear of punishment. The state protects citizen freedom not only through law, but because society sees them as morally important for human well-being. Society is morally important for human well-being. Mill improved Bentham utilitarianism by connecting rights and duties with a moral justice or social good. That means everyone happiness, moral justice, social good. A truly just society depends on inner moral conviction, not just on external rules or sanction. A truly just society depends on inner moral conviction. They are not working not just because of external rules or sanctions. Acting with autonomy give true moral value to duty. Doing something out of fear pressure is not moral, it is the legal obedience. Doing something out of pressure is just a legal obedience, it is not moral. Kant replaced outer control with inner moral reason. That is important. He replaced outer control with inner moral reasoning. Telling the truth because it is right is moral, but telling the truth only out of fear of punishment is not. That is the moral reasoning. So this is the summary of a chapter that I have made while I was preparing for my PG. So I am just giving the points only here. And if you want a detailed class, I will give you the detailed explanation following the textbook. And the next part we will discuss in next video. Thanks for watching. Share and subscribe.